Welcome to another edition of Tackle Talk Live, a show dedicated to making you a better angler. And today, we're going to talk college bass fishing. I'm Ranger Dowell Pro Staffer Steve Graff, along with V&M General Manager Kevin Jean. And our special guest in studio today is East Texas guide and pro FLW, just come off a big fifth-place finish at Toledo Bend, is Juston Cooper. Justin, thanks for being with us today.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
We're going to talk a little college. Both of you guys didn't have that when I played college ball. Probably a good thing. I probably wouldn't have played ball. I probably would have been fishing all the time. But college bass fishing. Kevin, you were there when it started. Justin, you started in 2013. And Kevin was like 06 when it first began. Let's start with you, Kevin, in the beginning of this thing, what it was like and how it all has turned into what it is.
First, let me say this. It has came a long ways. Yeah. I never imagined it would be where it's at today. And I'm glad and excited where it's doing. Steve, I started college in 2003, graduated in 2007. College fishing kind of took off and started in 2005. I was the founder and president of the Northwestern State University Club, along with the help of Jimmy Mitchell there, who was a soccer coach.
Right.
He helped me kind of get it started. We had about 7 or 8 of us that formed the club. Jerry Williams and myself kind of got it going. And we fished the very first ever national championship, which was in Dallas. What's a little lake right there? Livingston. In Dallas.
Yeah, Livingston.
There was about 50 boats in it.
Right.
Brandon Card was there from Kentucky. James Elam, who's now a BASS pro, he won that event.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was a good event.
It was on TV.
It was on TV. It was on Fox Sports.
Yes.
Wasn't national or anything like it is now. It doesn't have the as much exposure as it does now. But,
right.
You know, for it to where it came from when I started in 2006 to where it is now is just beyond my dreams of what it was done. And I will say this, I'm going to let Justin speak on a little bit more, and we're going to dive into this a little bit more, but for what I would never be where I am today without college fishing. And I know he can say the same thing.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people in this industry that can say that. It not only fishing, if a lot of guys make it through college fishing.
Right.
And we can name that list.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of guys that work in the industry now came from college fishing.
Right.
That's
whether they're fishermen or not.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. Just work in the industry.
Right.
It's where you make your connections.
Exactly.
You know, and I think that's the biggest thing it has done. It has opened, you know, the minds of the guys that just want to be in the industry.
Yeah.
All of us want to fish.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we all want to fish, but we can't.
No, everybody's not a touring pro.
Everybody's not a touring pro for several different reasons, financials, whatever.
Yes.
But it can get you into the industry.
Exactly.
It really, really can, and help you meet the right people. And I know it's helped even these guys, you know, that have just got out of college fishing that's in it now, how much it's helped them.
Right. Now, Justin, let's start with your background. What caught your eye about coming to Northwestern State to be a part of that program? Was it their success? Was it locale, just where it was located? You know, what was your key?
Well, actually, it wasn't so much the fishing program. I actually came to Northwestern academically. Okay. I had a full ride academically and all that. So, and it wasn't till kind of halfway through, you know, that second semester, the fishing team kind of got thrown around.
Right.
And at that time, it really wasn't much to it. I know, you know, Kevin helped get it started and those guys, and then it kind of fell off. Mm-hmm. And then me, Johnny Leday, Stephen Burkhalter, a couple other guys helped get it back going.
Right.
And we really started competitively fishing at the college level back in 2014. So that's where it started for us. And, you know, I was a baseball player, and that's what I really wanted to do. I was going to go play at Tech and decided not to. So that college fishing filled that competitive edge for me.
Yeah. So. Well, and so it wasn't necessarily fishing that drew you here.
Yeah, it wasn't, but it ended up being the reason that I love Northwestern.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So
exactly. Now, Kevin, when you started, y'all were basically out of pocket, right? I mean, there was no Northwestern State wasn't giving y'all, here's $10,000 for y'all's program, and even when Justin, when you were there, that's the biggest struggle, isn't it, for these college guys?
It really is. I mean, they travel all across the nation fishing.
Yeah,
and a lot of the universities are not able to help them financially.
Right.
A lot of the private schools are able to. But you know, the other ones are just financially, it's very, very tough. I know it was out of my own pocket, and all the guys on the club, it was out of our pocket. We tried to do a little bit of fundraising that we could, But I mean, it's very, very hard. And I know they had to do the same thing is pay out of pocket. But it makes it difficult on a college kid.
A lot of schools like Bethel University. Bethel, I think, was the first school to offer full ride scholarships as a fisherman to attend their university. I know they've been at the high school national championships, and the winner of those events, they've offered right there, point blank, here, full ride to Bethel University. All you got to do is show up and come.
And now there's several. East Texas Baptist University, Dallas Baptist University,
Ryan College.
Yeah. These are scholarship programs.
Scholarship programs for fishing.
Okay.
I mean, these guys are watching the high school level.
Yeah.
They're calling. I've got several phone calls from the college programs just asking me, hey, what's some kids in your area we need to be watching and looking out for? And, they're recruiting just like basketball and football guys are recruiting now.
Oh yeah, it's no different. And
right.
you're still. I know if I was a coach, I mean, I'd be going to Rayburn and Toledo Bend these high school tournaments and looking for what teams are in the top 5. Week in and week out. Who's consistent? And how do they present themselves? That's also important. If you're a young angler out there looking to attend a college or a university to bass fish, there are certain things that these schools are looking for now, guys.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you're representing their university, just like a basketball player on a basketball court. Now, they're marketing now. I mean, I know Justin Johnny was on a billboard right in Toledo Bend.
Right.
Everybody sees.
Right.
So, but they're used for many different avenues, and you've got to do everything the right way. And we went back and talked about this on another segment. It's not all about fishing. You got to business-wise, speaking, so on and so forth. It's really going to help you down the road.
Justin, what was probably the one thing when you left the college series and decided to start fishing the pro side of these, the BFLs, the Costas, the FLWs, the Bassmaster Opens? What was the key thing you probably took from the college series that made you a better and helped prepare you for that level?
So mainly is just being able to read water on the fly.
Right.
We at the college level, like you said, we traveled all over, so we were going to lakes I've never been to before.
Yeah.
And that has really made myself a better, well-rounded angler. I can say.
Yeah.
And even Toledo. I mean, I grew up here. I fished it all the time, but still, conditions change.
Yeah.
And I may reflect back to a tournament I had in Alabama where conditions changed the same way, and that may help me at my home lake.
Which goes back to what they always say. Any pro will tell you, time on the water is the most important factor to being a pro.
Mm-hmm.
So
for sure.
Kevin, anything else we really want to shed light on? If there's a youngster out there, anything you want to tell that person to?
I would highly recommend if somebody is wanting to be a professional angler or just work in this industry. If you're not able to make it as an angler, college fishing is definitely the route to go. I know a lot of kids that are jumping straight into the opens and stuff right after high school, and because they want to make it, and some of them do. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But again, I think if you're able to go through that college avenue, if you don't make it, or even if you do, you're creating so much more relationships all across the country. And I know Justin knows that for several different reasons. And I know for him, I mean, when they go off to tournaments well off, I'll ask Justin, if I'm going to a tournament well off, hey, who do you know around this lake? Well, it's a college kid that he already knew.
Right.
And it's just making connections, and college fishing does that. So I would highly, highly recommend the college fishing avenue to, one, get your name in the industry, to make a name for yourself, and just to make relationships.
Justin, has it peaked? Is college bass fishing at its peak right now, or do you think it's going to continue to get?
It's going to continue to grow because of the step below it, high school fishing.
And
high
more
school
companies like V&M are putting a little more money in that college series, aren't you? Yeah,
it's our future. You have to.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, when I was in high school, there wasn't much of a fishing team. It's just kind of getting started, And then I came to college, started growing and growing. And now high school fishing is huge. They're having 300, 400 boat fields.
Yeah, 600.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. So all that's going to do is all those guys are going to go to college, and it's just going to build that program.
Now, it's like any other sport too, guys. As an athlete, not everybody can play the next level. Not everybody is a college athlete. I would have to say, even though you're a high school angler and you're in your high school clubs, that's great, and enjoy this time together because it's great experience for you. If nothing else, you're learning a trade that will carry you for the rest of your life. It's not like with baseball or football, you can only play so long. Fishing, you can do that till you're 80, 90 years old.
And college also helps you. We was talking about a while ago, being able to speak on stage in front of sponsors. It prepares you for all of that stuff. The business side of fishing, which is a must-have.
Yes,
it prepares you for that.
Yeah, and if you're a sponsor that's looking to, as you well are, Kevin, with V&M, those are the traits you're looking for in a young angler. Is number one, can he communicate? Catching fish is one thing, but can he sell a product?
Well, you take Cody Huff. Cody Huff, for example.
Yeah.
I mean, he just come off of a college win. Yeah. Then he goes and wins the FLW. But he's a college kid, well-spoken. Right now, so when he graduates, Steve, he's going to have his hand pick on what sponsors he wants.
Yeah. And even though he won the Collegiate National Championship last year, that doesn't ensure him an opportunity. It's his abilities to talk to people and how he presents himself that will garner him that opportunity. So those are really important factors.
Can you be a salesman? It all comes down to, can you be a salesman? And again, it goes back to, in college, you meet the right people, you make the right connections, and that will take you a step further, as it has shown here with him and so many more that I've seen come down through the college through the college ranks. And not only will it do all that for you, Steve, it will get you in the Bassmaster Classic.
Oh, yeah.
It will get you in the tour. It will get you in the Bassmaster Elites. You have all these avenues now that you can do through college fishing.
What did Jordan Lee's back-to-back Classic wins do for college bass fishing?
Ooh. I mean, that made it explode.
Oh, it did. Exactly. Kids were like, oh, my gosh.
Then Jordan's success after.
Yes, he sustained success. He's had sustained success.
Made it to where everybody goes, these kids can really compete with these guys.
Oh, yeah.
And then Matt Lee came out.
Justin Atkins.
Justin Atkins.
One of Forcewood Cup. I mean, I fished against that guy. He was a hammer to deal with in the college circuit.
And now you got Cody coming up.
Yeah, I mean, you got to, the kid from Oklahoma was from Rayburn that won 2 events last year, FLW. Oh, Upshaw.
Oh, Andrew.
Upshaw was
former Stephen F. Austin, national champion with Stephen F. Austin. Andrew is a stick.
And look what he's doing on tour now. Exactly. But I think, as going back to your question on Jordan Lee, his instant success opened everybody's eyes to these college anglers and said, they can compete with us now. Not 10 years down the road, now.
Exactly.
So,
and as we continue to progress, there's just going to be more and more of these kind of guys come out, aren't there? I mean, it's just going to be, and again, it's great for the industry. As much as sometimes we as anglers hate being overcrowded on the water, and that is an issue today, but it is so critical to the industry that we continue to develop young anglers that are coming up that can help promote the industry and promote a product, not only catch fish, but again, be great business people. Did you major in business at Northwestern?
No, sir, I didn't. I was a biology major, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and has that helped you?
Yeah, actually, I have a natural science degree, and I've learned to read water a little bit and stuff like that, so it has helped me.
But Steve, as you can say now, the college baseball, basketball, football players, they're more than ready, and you can witness to this. They're more than ever ready for the next level when they graduate college.
Oh, yeah.
With everything they go through now, they're more than ready for that next step to pro than they have been in years past.
Oh, no doubt.
Same thing for college fishing.
Yeah.
When they graduate college, with all the attention they've got, with all the publicity they've got, they're traveling around fishing different lakes, like Justin said. They're ready for that next step after they've went through their whole college career.
How much has technology played a big factor, Justin, in your? But probably even when Kevin was. Let's face it, we didn't have live scope when Kevin was in college. That wasn't even out yet. But for you guys from 2013 on, y'all had great electronics to do that have probably shortened your learning curves, hadn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And that's the one reason that us guys can compete with these older guys that's already on the tour and stuff like that is because of the electronics. I mean,
take Cody Huff, for example, this past weekend at Toledo Bend. He come down from Missouri and kicked everybody's butt using his electronics.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, that's a huge thing.
Against local guys that live here.
Well, he come down and do stuff that we don't normally do because he's used to doing that on his body while up there. But with his electronics and what these guys can do now, Steve, I'm not bad with my electronics.
Right.
I'll be
I
first.
fish with you. You do a good job.
I'm not bad.
Yeah.
I'm not on the level these guys are.
Yeah.
I mean, because they have grown with it step by step.
Right.
Whereas I've been behind and had to catch up. As they've started fishing, it's just a step-by-step process for them.
Yeah. See, I was like it with a calculator. Calculators came out when I was 79. Man, if you had a calculator, you were either rich or you were special.
I was trying not to show your age, Steve.
But anyway, guys, hey, thank y'all. We hope you learned something from this. And again, we are all in on college bass fishing as well as high school bass fishing, and we promote both of them. But we want you to make sure, if you want to come to Northwestern State University, Justin can tell you, Kevin can tell you, great place to come to school, great place to be a part of the fishing team here at NSU, and we'd love to have you. Juddy Hamus is the guy you need to contact at Northwestern State, and or you can contact us on our Facebook or YouTube page. Either way, our Facebook will be easier. Contact us, let us know you're interested. We'll make sure we put you in touch with the right people. So, guys, anything?
Highly recommend. Highly recommend the college program. If you're wanting to get to the next phase of fishing, if you want to be part of the industry, college fishing is the way to go.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, hope you learned something today. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Again, go to our YouTube page, click subscribe, and also check us out on our Facebook page and like us there as well. And we'll see you later on with more Tackle Talk Live.